everyone. Welcome to Tasty Tidbits with Tawn. I'm Tawn, your Pampered Chef consultant, and today I'd like to share with you our Better Batter Box. It's a new product that Pampered Chef has come out with for the fall. It's limited edition, which means it's available through the fall or until supplies sell out. So, what's included in the batter box, you might ask? Well, there is our donut pan, which is similar to our other baking products that have that really pretty blue on them. It is a non-stick donut pan. The cinnamon plus seasoning is included with it, as well as the donut mix. And there are recipe cards that come with it too. It all comes in a box, which makes it really handy for gift wrapping. I think it would be a great present for someone who'd like to make some donuts, or you can do bagels and other things in the donut pan too. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna make some donuts. I have friends coming over in a little bit, and even though I'm trying to do a lower carb diet, as long as I'm sharing with others, I won't be eating them myself. So the first thing we wanna do is we want to brush the pan with a little bit of vegetable oil. So that's according to the directions. I don't know that you would really need it because, I mean, it's a non-stick pan, but the directions say to do it, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to pour a little bit of vegetable oil into a 1 cup prep bowl, and then I'm going to use our silicone basting brush to just really lightly put some oil in the bottoms of these wells. I believe they hold 2/3 of a cup if I read correctly. And like our other bakeware, it's good up over 400 degrees. I believe you can do them up maybe to 500. I'll have to double check on that to be sure. All right, get the vegetable oil in here. Yeah, I don't want to use too much. Trying to make them somewhat healthy. All right, I love this little basting brush. It's so handy. And of course, our 1 cup prep bowls come in a set of 6 with lids, and they're super handy for everything. Okay, I think I've got those pretty well. Let's set that aside. And I'll move this up here. Next, I'm gonna grab one of our mixing bowls. Pampered Chef had already come out with a 4-quart mixing bowl that looks like this. It's plastic, but they came out with 2 more to make a collection of them. So there's a 2-quart, a 3-quart, and a 4-quart now. And I've got the 3-quart here that I'm going to use. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the donut mix. I'm using my kitchen shears to do that because even though you can tear it, I'm really bad at that. I usually rip the whole thing. Okay, we're gonna add the donut mix into our 3-quart mixing bowl. And then it calls for 1 cup of milk, and I'm going to use a measure-all cup for that. It's great for liquids or semi-solids. I use it all the time for peanut butter, honey, shortening. I've got a bigger one because I do big batches of shortening and make lots of frosting. So, sorry, I make big batches of frosting and use lots of shortening. Anyway, this side is great for liquids, and this is actually a 1 cup measure-all, so I'm just gonna pour in the milk. Pour that in, let me double check, 1 cup. Yes, and then we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of either melted butter or vegetable oil. And since I've already got vegetable oil out, I'm just gonna use vegetable oil. So the rest of what I had used here, so we're not being wasteful. And then a little bit more to make a 1/4 cup. So I probably should put my glasses on, but here goes nothing. All right, make sure that's a 1/4 cup. Gosh, all right. All right, and then let me grab a mixing spatula. There we go, let's give that a stir. When we put the donut mix into the pan, it does say to fill each of the wheels about 2/3 full. I already have my oven preheating to 350 degrees, so that it will be ready to go in. And then these cook for 10 to 12 minutes depending upon how hot your oven gets and how your cookware performs. Okay, psych, we're back already. I just came up with a great idea. What is it? Necessity breeds invention or something is the quote. So I remembered I have my stainless steel scoops. And so rather than transferring it into another container and then trying to pour it, all I did was get out my scoops, and then I can very carefully put this in to the donut pan just using my scoops. So that worked out really well. I just wanted to show you that. That's what I ended up doing. The stainless steel scoops, I believe we have 3 sizes of these. This is the smaller scoop. I do have a larger one in the drawer, but this one seems to be working out just fine for filling these up. And there is enough batter that you could do 2 pans. So I only have the 1 donut pan, so I'm just gonna do 2 different batches. And I'm gonna go get these in the oven, and then we will come back after they are done to do some more. Hello, welcome back. So while the donuts are in the oven cooking in our pan, I have gotten the seasoning from the Better Batter Box, Cinnamon Plus, and I have mixed 2 tablespoons of it with a cup of sugar in a easy read measuring cup. So it has cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, orange peel, cloves, and ginger in it, and it smells amazing. So what I thought I would do with the donuts when they come out and cool is we would melt some butter. We're gonna baste the tops of the donuts with butter, and then we're gonna sprinkle them with the cinnamon sugar mix, and I think those will be really tasty. So I'm gonna melt butter, and we'll wait for those donuts to come out and cool, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, we're back. The donuts came out of the oven, and look how lovely they are. Nice and brown. And we're gonna put a little bit of butter on them, and then we're gonna put on the cinnamon plus with sugar mix on top of that. So here we go. Just a little bit, we don't want too much. The other thing I thought about doing, which I didn't prepare for, was you could also drizzle these with chocolate. So I'm gonna show you our little chocolate drizzler that you could use. The dogs are playing in the other room if you can't tell. All right, and we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit on top of each one. I've got one of our cookie sheets down below to catch the mess. Oh my gosh, these are gonna be so good. Fresh out of the oven, donuts, made at home, not fried, baked instead, healthier for you. A little bit of butter and cinnamon plus and sugar mix on top. All right, I'll finish those up in a minute. But here's the chocolate drizzler I was talking about. So it has a little base so you can sit it on the counter and just let it stand, and then also fill it that way. It's silicone. And then you can put in your melted chocolate or a glaze, whatever it is that you'd want to use on top of the donuts. And then you can just squirt it out and do whatever designs you want. So that's another option you could do with our Better Batter Box. All right, thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next time on Tasty Tidbits with Ton.